This week in trading was a heck of a lot better than the last week in trading. I think I ended a drawdown that's been going on for quite a while. And I have started to recap my trades on a weekly basis as opposed to just doing it, whenever I can. I've made a commitment to myself to grow this channel this year and to grow my social media following as I change myself and reinvent myself over the age of 55, which is really, really difficult. And it's a little scary. And it's something that is hard for me because, it's not easy to feel good about yourself when you're not in that space of being super, super successful. So doing my best and working to grow this channel. If you happen to know of 3 people that you can share this with, please do so that I can grow this channel. I'd like to monetize it in addition to keeping myself employed and buying dog food. That would be awesome. And paying rent. Paying rent would be a great thing this month. So let's get on to the trades. I had 13 total trades and I'm showing you 10 of those. My win total is 3.21%. I don't go by a dollar amount. I go by a percentage. My loss total was 2.42. It wasn't so great. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's not what I'm shooting for. I'm shooting for a larger win total and a smaller loss total. I want to keep my losses under an R, which is risk to reward, a 1R, and I want to keep my wins over a 2.5. I'd like to keep them at a 3 and above. So that's the goal. Today's trades, I'm going to go over them quickly just so that you can understand my thought process in them, why I took them, and what I could have done better. The lost trades, I'm noticing a trend that I have, and that is getting in too early and snapping the trade shut or being stopped out because I got in too early. And my stops are set pretty narrow because I don't have a lot of risk to risk. I don't have a lot of money to risk. So I don't have a big stop set, which in some of these products, when the volatility hits, it can be detrimental. So on this trade in particular, I'm not in way too early, and the candle actually went down before it went back up. I was right. I did go in long and it did go up. Had I gotten in at the second candle, that could have been that confirmation for me. But instead, I was like, oh, this is a great idea. Let's get in here. I got in way too high. The candle wicked up. And then I thought, well, buy it when it's on its way down. Well, it was way on its way down and actually went down to past where the previous doji opened, and actually almost like 1/3 of that next candle or that previous candle. So you can see that here. You can see the doji. You can see where the bottom of the wick is on the candle that I got into, which is where the 2 arrows are, and how I got stopped out. So I ended up getting out on the next candle over, and that was another doji, and then it went up. So it's kind of like I know that it's going up, but unfortunately I'm getting in too early. And that was the problem with my first trade, where it wasn't a lot of money that I lost. It was a pivotal trade to let me understand, hey, you're not wrong. It's just that you're getting in too early. On the next trade, I got in short and it went up. And so I was way early on that because later on in the day, I could have waited until it hit, around $4.04. But I didn't. I got in at like a 398 and I was going short thinking that the market was going down, and it wasn't. It was going back up. It was a stupid move on my part. I lost $150 and it was just not a good trade, but I learned from it. And, each trade you learn from. So the next trade I made about 294, and I went short on this trade. I could have kept this short, and I could have kept it for another candle and actually done twice as much. I probably could have done 700 or 800 on this candle. But I got out, which was really stupid. And I got out because the candle that I got out on was wicking green, and I ended up thinking, oh, it's going to go back up. because the previous two candles prior to me getting in were green. And so it showed that upward. But I saw the double top, and that's where I got in. I got in at the double top. You can see that red arrow. That's a double top up there. And I wanted to write it back down. I did halfway. I could have gone full. So this trade was cut short, and it was cut short not in a good way. I could have taken that whole candle. The next trade is interesting because inside of the software that I recommend for journaling, you can see where if you make a mistake, the coach will actually write you a little note and it will tell you exactly what you aren't doing. And it said, you aren't maximizing your profits for the trade and seem to be leaving profits on the table. At one point, you were up $372.50. However, you closed at $44.80. And here is the deal with this trade. This is a trade that it was a stupid move on my part. It was just a very stupid move on my part, and I'm embarrassed. I went in short. It wicked all the way down. I did very well, and I was like, oh, okay, it's going to keep going down. In a market this was a second candle. It was the second longer candle. The previous candle had a long buying wick on it, and it was an engulfing candle, but it had a long buying wick. So that means that, potentially it wants to go back up. Well, I just screwed this up royally. I could have done so much better on this, but I didn't. I kept this trade into the next candle when it went green, and then I got out on the green candle, which was stupid, really stupid. But here's something that I'm seeing. This is part of the pattern. There were two down engulfings, and then there was a brief upward trend to go back down and hit a newer lower low, okay? And actually, it's not a lower low. It was a higher low from the previous. So this was it was kind of a fake out. And I should have been much more cognizant of what I was doing in this short, let it go and got out on the same candle, and then got in long on that green candle when it came all the way down and wicked at basically the same area, which was about a 10, looks like a 102 area or 1022 area sort of. So I was trading the micro Bitcoin futures, and you can see the two wicks where the arrows are, where I got in and out. You can see those two wicks of the red one and the green one. They're basically at the same space. So why didn't I get out there? I don't know. This is where, cutting the trade short, even though if you're up and you've got a 1.5 to 2R, just take it. Like, you don't need to get greedy. Just take it. That's how my thought is. So I ended up 372.50, but I closed out at 44.80. So dumb trade, stupid move. I always think of the Pretty Woman, movie. Bad idea, right? So the next trade, I made about $84, and I don't know why I have this big, huge arrow that points to it, but it was an in and out. I kind of screwed up here. I got in at the bottom of the red candle, at the second candle, which was kind of stupid. And then I ended up getting out right after that. And which was great. Actually, it wasn't a stupid move because I made money, but it was a bad entry. I could have timed that entry a lot better. And I'm learning how to time my entries a little bit better with my with the indicators that I'm using. The next trade that I had this is where I ended up really going into a big dark space. I went down 3 trades. I was down 1, 2, 3, 4, almost $900. First trade was a short, and I got in. Why I got in, and on a long candle, on a green candle, I don't even know. Don't ask me. This was just a newbie move, and I don't have a reason for it. But I lost $172 on that trade. Then the next trade I did, I lost 217.70 and I was going short. And actually, this was a decent call because as you can see, the candles went down and I was too early to the trade. I was one candle early to the trade. So I got in on the green candle and then the red candle next to it where I got out ended up going back down. And then there was another green hammer and that went all the way down. I could have done very, very well on this trade, but instead I clipped it because I was going to get stopped out and I clipped it too short. So that's what happens a lot of times in my trades. If I get in too early on a trade, I will clip it and it will get out. You know, it's not the best idea to get out just because it's going up. But if you can't handle, like I couldn't handle that kind of loss on that stop loss. So, which kind of sucks because honestly, if I had gone even just $150 more on the loss and on the stop and just waited, it could have come back down and I could have done really well. So that was a trade that I was early in on. And then this trade was a long trade. I lost 300 on this trade. I came in on a red candle thinking I'm going to pick up the contracts when it was going down. What I ended up doing was getting out on that same candle. And I could have waited. Well, I couldn't have waited, actually. I just should not have taken this trade. It was a bad trade. It was a really bad trade. This was basically the same trade as the previous. This is the same candle area as the one prior to this. And yeah, it was not a good trade. I don't know what I was doing. I think, when you get upset and you're trading, it's just like, oh my God, what did I just do? And you do something even stupider the next time. So the trade that turned it around was on Friday or Thursday, I had a pretty decent day. This trade I went short and I cut it too short. I could have waited till that wick went down even further. I probably could have made, about $300-400 on this trade, but I didn't. I cut it and waited to get in. And then I ended up getting in short at the bottom of the green candle here where you can see the small red arrow, and I made 1,130. My intention that day, when I set my intention, I said, I'm going to make $1,000 a day trading because that's my goal. That's the intention. And I really put that out there and it happened. And I was like, whoa, there's a woman that I've been following on social media, and she has a intention thing that I do. And it's actually pretty cool. I really like doing it. It's not that it helps every single time, but this time it really helped. I really put that intention out there. So it's something that I'm going to really work on, intending to make $1,000 a day in my trading, because that's the goal. That is what will change my life. Literally, it will help to pay my rent, pay my bills off, pay my debt, be able to invest, and not have to, deliver food or clean toilets. Because that's basically all that Gen Xers can do now, unless you know AI really well. And I do somewhat, but I'm not a coder and I don't build these things, and that's not my jam. I'm not really into that. I really love trading. If I had access to a bot or whatever like that said buy now and sell now, that would be cool. It would be great. I think it would kind of be cheating, but it actually would help me out a lot if that were actually right. But a lot of times people sell you those things and they don't work. I've used them before. So I listen to very few people. I have a coach who I have put into the description here. You can get her course. I don't make any money on that. That's not an affiliate link. She teaches supply and demand, and she's very, very good at it. that's my week of trading, and that ended on the 25th of January. So now I'm getting ready to plan out my week for the 27th through the 31st, I think. Astrologically, this is a big month, and also the new moon on the 29th. There's a lot of things happening. I go by that a lot. If you do as well, then thumbs up to you. And if you like this video, make sure you put a thumbs up too. Subscribe to this video, subscribe to this channel, share this channel out so that I can grow it. My goal is to increase the viewership so that people can see that not all Gen Xers are, are delivery people. We actually do want to have better lives, and we actually do want to have a way to make money that's not having to take care of children or clean toilets or anything like that. We want to actually have a real job that we love to do, and I love to trade. If that's something you love to do and you get something out of this and you're learning from my mistakes and also the things that I'm learning as well, then yeah, definitely make sure that you subscribe to the channel, follow wherever you're seeing this, share it out. This is something that's been on my mind for many years, and I'm scared to do it. This has been a very scary time in my life to reinvent myself, and it's a scary time to really learn how to use AI, to be better at things, and to embrace that scariness, embrace the fear, and embrace the newness of it all. It's been a little bit daunting, I gotta say, but I'm getting through it, and hopefully the same time next year in 2026, God willing, that I'm still alive and I haven't died of anxiety from this new administration. Have a great day, and I'm not gonna edit this out. I'm just gonna leave it. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, so be it. See you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.